Good morning, plant breeders, plant scientists throughout the world. It's good to be back today. This is David Benson with Cornhusker Hybrids LLC in Lincoln, Nebraska, where our trademark and mantra is success starts with a seed. No truer words have ever been spoken in this business, and civilizations have rised and fallen throughout history based on the quality and the quantity of the crops they can produce, oftentimes to feed their armies. You might be interested to know. So today, I'm going to continue on my 10 Commandments of Plant Breeding series. And I haven't written these all out, and I haven't thought this all through, but every week, the thing that's bothering me the most is what I'm going to talk about, because obviously it should be a commandment. And today, I'm going to talk a little bit about my feelings on germplasm as I travel many places, see all types of germplasm, and see the performance. So today, my commandment number 3 concerns germplasm. Now, I'm just going to go out there, and this is going to be something crazy. You're going to think, I'm going to say 99.9% of all germplasm in the world, and we can make it maize if you want to, is of little value because it's not used commercially. And I say, and I will say again, and one of the things I'm going to talk about is prioritize the best, and please discard and throw away the rest. The sooner, the better. Now, you know, the main thing you want with your germplasm, what? You want to maximize your genetic gain. If you're not maximizing your genetic gain with the germplasm you have, how are you ever, if you're in a catch-up position, how are you ever going to catch the competitor that's in front of you? Say one of the 3 major germplasm suppliers in the world in maize, which would happen to be Bayer, Corteva, and Syngenta. You want to get right down to it. They are the players. They are the big ones. They are the most. They all have licensing arms. They'll all take all your money and never feel guilty at all about it. Believe me. So if you can't improve your germplasm, you're going to eventually end up licensing or out of the business. And that's one of the things you have to decide. So I approach everything from genetic gain. And if you're not making genetic gain, what are you doing? You're not improving. We have a world that needs food. You hear about it every day. We have all these people we're going to have. We have all these things that we can't do, supposedly, because we don't know how to do them today. Not that we can figure out how to do them tomorrow, but we don't know. But I think that I'm just going to challenge everybody out there. Why do you continually test material that never sees the light of day? What's your reason? Honestly, I've been doing this for 30 years, and I have never seen any product that was halfway down the page the first time it was tested ever get better, ever become that miracle thing you hear about. Well, it was way down the page and it got better. They don't get better. And if they're not going to get better, then why do you test them over and over? When I first started, I had my first assistant was a fellow named Stuart Grimm, and he was baptized by fire by other people in the company before I got there because the station wasn't performing like others thought it should. And he said to me, he says, Dave, how does a hybrid get better by testing it over and over? And the answer is, it will not. Look, if they're not near the top of the test the first time you test them, if it's a well-designed, statistically sound trial, they are not going to move up. There's a reason they won. You can think the pedigree's not good enough. You can say the weather favored them, which it did, because the environment picks the winners, not the Wunderkind corn breeders. The environment picks the winners in maize trials everywhere in the world every day. It's not the breeder. He takes the ones at the top, hopefully, and doesn't mess with any of the others. So I'd say it never makes it better. Now I'd say when I talk about yield in maize, I never throw away a high yielding line because it's weak for some other reason. Because with yield, you can look all you want, but there's not great advances over and over. They're slow and incremental. You're not going to find an inbred that's going to jump your hybrid performance 50 bushel or even 20 or probably not even 5 very often. It just does not happen. I got 30 years of experience to say it does not happen. It's never happened for me, and it's not going to happen for you. So therefore, we know that the genetic gain model with the selection differential does have an impact on genetic gain in a modeling sense. And essentially, you're just taking the ones that are better than the others and testing them. So I would tell everyone, look, I only test 4 or 5% out of the top, and I don't worry about it. I don't worry about the 10th one, the 20th one, the 50th one, the 100th one. Throw them away, get rid of them. Thank God for showing you they were worthless and move on, because you will have enough to work with in that small percent. And if you choose, you can work them harder, or you can do some other things with all the resources you've filled up. So I would say that the major companies in the world can eliminate thousands or millions of plots in trials if their breeders would just throw some away and they would just quit using this thing. Well, I'll keep 10%. Well, I'll keep 10%. That one at the 10% will never beat the one at the top. It'll never happen. I've never seen it. So why do you do it? I quit doing it a long time ago because I run my own program. I have to pay for everything. I don't have any shareholders or other people carrying the words for me. So I would say this again. And another thing, if you want to get onto it from a green or a carbon perspective, if you're not harvesting thousands and millions of plots and spending all that resources to do it, you have to be reducing your carbon footprint if you want to go there. So I would say again, my commandment number 3 is germplasm, 99.9% of it has no value because it never gets in a commercial hybrid. Now, there are those of you who work with diversity, who work with creating breeding populations and do some other, develop synthetics or do some other things that are very important in breeding. So I'm not throwing that in, but most of the germplasm in the world in every crop is of no value because it's not used commercially. And I'm going to stay on that. If you can't sell it, what are you doing with it? Is it a hobby for you or what? We can't have hobbies and feed the world. The hobby's got to go away. People got to get serious about putting their best stuff in the field and throwing away the rest. Damn it, just discard the stuff. Throw it away. So that's where I'm at today. Increase that selection differential. The genetic gain model says it works and it will work. Throw away everything but a few and don't worry about it. You're bringing more every year. You're bringing others. And I will tell you that your program, the genetic gain will pop up. Your return on investment will pop up by prioritizing the best and throwing away the rest as far as germplasm goes. This is David Benson with Cornhusker Hybrids LLC in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we're well into harvest and the crop is about average or less. We're getting a little rain today. It's been very dry, but I know some places are planting, some places are pollinating. And bless you all. Enjoy what you do and go out there and help feed this world by stopping testing things that will never, ever get better. Have a great day.